From the other side of the Footlights, here is WHRO FM critic M.D. Ridge.
Ave atque Vale is Latin for hail and farewell. And on February 9th at ODU's Chandler Hall, Alan Schaefer introduced the Norfolk Chamber Consort's Ave atque Vale, Alan Schaefer's farewell concert. He noted that he had been associated with the NCC for nearly 45 years. He retired from the group a year ago, but said it took a while to get his friends together. The friends included the extraordinary clarinetist Jerry Arante, now of Las Vegas, after having taught for 30 years at Norfolk State University. He was formerly co-director of the NCC with Schaefer. Schaefer's friend, soprano Billy Brown Humans, is director of music at Great Bridge Presbyterian Church in Chesapeake. Schaefer's friend Tom Marshall, who has taught music at the College of William and Mary for 22 years, is the harpsichordist for the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation, and for many years he and Schaefer toured as Les Deux Clavecins. And composer Ed Duggan has been Schaefer's friend since their freshman year at Oberlin College Conservatory of Music. That's some lineup of friends, and it took a year to get them all in the same place at the same time. It was worth the wait. They began with what Schaefer called three of Franz Schubert's greatest hits. An die Musik, to music, was a song of thanks to the sacred art of music. Auf dem Wasser zu singen, to be sung upon the water, evoked shimmering waves like swans. The third, Stanchen, was a serenade imploring the beloved to hear the nightingales and come to the waiting lover. Singing from memory, Yeomans was expressive without milking the song's emotions, warmly bringing out the word painting of the shimmering words against Schaefer's shimmering piano. The serenade ended on a beautiful diminuendo. It was particularly nice to hear a mature, rounded voice well under the control of the singer. Claude Debussy's premiere Rhapsody for clarinet and piano was composed for the Paris University competition. NCC's current co-director Oksana Lutsishin joined Arante for flowing piano and pensive clarinet. A change of mood brought a more insistent sound while the piano had delicate restraint. A segue into a march-like segment brought powerful piano and wild clarinet, jaunty and swaggering. Cool. Lutsishin returned to play Edwin Duggar's 2009 work Winter Fantasy No. 2, Lento Espressivo. She played with intense, precise passion, capturing the feeling of a storm, then peacefulness, with trills, crashing chords, liquid phrases, and icy punctuation. It's a work in which the silent spaces between the phrases are as important as the notes themselves, and Lutsishin gave them all full value, unintimidated by the presence of the composer in the audience. Humans, Arante, and Schaefer came together for Schubert's The Shepherd on the Rock. Humans easily handled its precipitous leaps from high notes to low ones. Arante's clarinet echoed the voice. He was smiling when he wasn't playing. I love seeing musicians enjoying one another. The dancey final part was just marvelous. In the second half, there were two harpsichords on the stage. The green one with the gold legs and no lid was Tom Marshall's, a replica of a 1780s original. The dark one behind it with a peaceful landscape painted on the lid's underside was Schaefer's, a replica of one built in 1721 by Nicolas Blanchet. Bach's Toccata in D minor, Dorian, was a challenge in which each instrument and player had its own section, and at other times the two instruments spoke as one. At the end, Marshall gave Schaefer 2 thumbs up. Hermann Schroeder was a 20th century German composer and church musician. The three movements of his 1967 work, Duplum, contrasted 20th century sonorities and harmonies with traditional 18th century instrumental technique. Fascinating, and apparently a high order of fun to play. The joyful third movement even had an oriental feel in places. They closed the concert with Bach's Concerto in C minor for 2 harpsichords and strings, joined by violists Tara Louise Montour and Gretchen Loyola, with Anastasia Migliozzi on viola and Jake Fowler on cello. The allegro was very fresh-sounding with nice dynamics. The adagio movement contrasted the sounds of the harpsichords with pizzicato strings, then reversed, with the violins taking long, slow notes over the cello's pizzicato before the lively allegro ending. From the other side of the Footlights, I'm M.D. Ridge.